Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming for the month of September, and I have this kit from Nikki Plus 3. I had already hauled this in a previous video, but it's just a really pretty kit. You guys know I usually use her kits for the month because they're always floral. They always have a little bit of a watercolor feel to them, and I really enjoy them. This one has gold foil, and her kits always come with this sheet to use, which is just so very pretty. So I want to get started. I'm going to obviously go ahead and start with the top here. Now, I have already whited out the purple flag here, and I did that because, well, obviously I don't want the purple flag to show. And so I am going to, let's see, I need to figure out what is going to be the best way to put this down. I think I am going to just sort of try and get it as close to even from what my eyes say as possible. Maybe that right there. I think that should work. What I will do is I will just be careful not to put any solid boxes along the edge here, and then it won't be as obvious if it's off just a bit. It probably could have come this way just a little further, but I don't have anything to put down here to judge by this time, so yeah, there's that. Now I do have these, but at the bottom down here is on another sheet. It's right here. I love the way that she just sprinkles this foil into the different pieces. It just looks so dang good. And yeah, so we're gonna see how well I do with this with my nails being so long. Normally by now I've already gone and had my nails done and gotten them shortened just a bit because they are grown out a pretty good bit. See there? That looks really pretty. But yeah, I just haven't done that yet, and I need to. It may have to wait till payday. I have lots of bills. Okay, let's go ahead and go in with this one. I think, if I remember correctly, I lined this one up with this, like this right here, and that covers, if I'm not mistaken, I think that covers it and gives me the exact spacing I need. So I'm just gonna line it up with this purple here, just like that. And then I'm gonna try to just get it as straight as possible. And I will try very hard not to put any solid ones against this one either, and it won't be as noticeable on this side either. So lots of things going on. Yeah, it's been a busy month or two. We got through the wedding process and all that. I'm just putting this down here to fill in this area where there is no month. So we got through the wedding process. The pictures finally came in, and uh-oh, I totally dropped that. The pictures came in, they all turned out just beautiful. It was such a beautiful wedding, and I was so excited this summer to have that as a part of life. It was a lot of fun. Okay, this is looking pretty good so far. Let's open it up and see what we've got going on. Okay, I'm sorry, there's a little bit of a, let me see if I can fix. Okay, I hope that helped that shadow up there just a little bit. It's really hard to film sometimes, guys. I mean, it's like sometimes my lighting is okay and sometimes my lighting just sucks. But anyway, yes, we had a great time this summer between wedding festivities, and it being my first year here on the Gulf Coast has been amazing. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my sidebar items here. And I also think because I have these lighter colors, and this is really nice quality paper, but I don't want to run the risk of anything showing through, so I'm going to go ahead and just white out the majority of this, just like that right there. I think the darker print will, it could possibly show through, and I don't want that. Now, I don't really use all four, so I don't think I'm going to put all four of these down. I'm just going to kind of pick and choose. I do love this pink color, but for September, I'm probably going to stick with these 3 for the sidebar. I just don't have any need for more than 3 of these. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Let me just kind of go in with, I think I'll go from light to dark. So I'll do yellow, orange, then green. And I'm just going to stack these right here, just like that. And yeah, that should work just fine. It covers up the lines on the side. And I do have an extra section of cover for that at the bottom. So I think that I may end up using that. We will just see how things turn out. Because see, what I could do, and you can see it's not completely straight, but I do have the, where's it? Here it is. I have this that I can put down here. Let me turn it that way. I think, let me see which way it goes. I think it goes this way. I could actually just extend this over. Yes, it's a match up. So I'm just going to go ahead and extend this over and leave it like that. The ones that I really wanted to use for this month, I just found that the last couple of months, the ones I was using was repetitive. And so I'm just going to kind of go in with the ones that I know for sure. So let me go ahead and go in with next month on the bottom one. Her stickers are just very high quality. Very nice, very easy to work with. They peel so easily. Then I'm going to go in with events and appointments at the top as a quick guide. Probably should have moved that over and centered it a little better. And then my goals. I found last month that I seem to use my goals and the other 2 more. And then what I did do in the past is I used the 4th one and I put important, but really, I mean, that covers it for me. It's not like I have this huge busy life, guys. I don't. I'm going to chunk this one because I don't need it. Now let's go in with the days of the week. So let's go ahead and put these in. That's what this little lightened area is for, is to just put these in. And I just center them the best that I can. I mean, as you know that I am shaky-dakey. Yes, I am. I am just the shakiest one human ever. But I really do usually end up doing a decent job. It's not ever going to be perfect. And I know sometimes y'all are screaming at me through the screen like, no, it goes such and such, or that's not what you said, or whatever. But I'm terrible, guys. I do the best I can. I did have this past Thursday, and see, today's the 4th, so I'm late planning. You know, I'm late planning, but you know what? It's all good. It's all good. We're gonna be okay. No, seriously. Oh gosh, you're hollering at me because I put that upside down. I guarantee. And I just wonder. I don't want to have to use my undo. Let me see if I can get it flipped over. See, these are the mistakes that I make that really aggravate me. Because it's it's simple and stupid. I don't want to have to use undo and wet the entire thing. See, that's what I'm talking about. You're probably going, it's upside down. See, when I flip my book, it tends to go upside down. So, yeah, there's that. Now if I can unstick it from itself without it tearing it up too much. Oh gosh, it's made a mess with the foil and everything. That's okay. I'm going to fix it and just leave it like it is. You know, things could be much worse. That is for sure. Okay, there we go. Just like that. Okay, so that's not so bad. All right, now let me go in with these days. So this past Thursday, which tomorrow will be a week ago, I had a pain block for my back. Those of you that know, I have a few health problems. One of those being the fact that I messed my back up years ago when I was very young and just starting out as a teacher. I was working with special needs students, and they were very young, and we were teaching daily living skills. And we had a couple of students that were, they were not potty trained, that sort of thing. I'm going to be going in with my holidays. And so we had to lift them, and there was one student who preferred me over the others, and he was really heavy. And I hurt my back trying to lift him to the potty. And I was trying to clean him up and that sort of thing. And so what ended up happening was I hurt my back just a little bit. I sort of just, I guess you could say, pulled it, I was sore for a while. And then as years went on, I noticed that I would have issues with, let's see, oh yeah, there's Grandparents' Day. I would have issues with my back, would just sort of like all of a sudden it would knot up or whatever, and it would be extremely painful. It would happen anytime I lifted something too heavy. I mean, if you don't know anything about school teachers, we have to lift our own stuff. We have to do our own things, and it can be really, really hard on your back. So, I just I did hurt it that first time, and really all I thought I had done is just pulled it a little bit. I wasn't too concerned about it. I mean, I really wasn't. I didn't think that much about it at all. But unfortunately, that was the only injury I needed just to cause a little bit of an issue. Let me open this up. I'm going to go ahead and place these boxes, these decorative boxes, around in some different places. I think probably, let me go ahead and put one over here so that I can hide this Rosh Hashanah. I don't celebrate that, and just to cover it up without having to use whiteout, I'll just put this down because I have to have all my boxes put down before I start in with my date dots. So yeah, I mean, I hurt my back. Didn't think it was anything major or, much of a big deal, but it was. As time went on and the years went by, it began to bother me more and more. I am going to go ahead and put this one here. And over the years, with stress and strain, doing things I really shouldn't be doing with my back, lifting and not lifting correctly and that sort of thing, I continued to do damage to my back, because once you ever hurt your back, it's true, once you ever hurt it, it's never right again. So what I did is I ended up with some bulging discs in my back, and those bulging discs became the bane of my existence. It eventually formed stenosis, which is like a narrowing of the spinal column. So like your spinal column that has all your nerves and your spinal cord and the vertebrae and everything in it. It comes down the center of your back, right? Okay, well, because my discs were bulging out, it was putting pressure on that. So over the years, it caused an area to kind of move in. So when my spinal column comes down, it then moves in just a little bit. And it's a narrowing of the spinal column. It's pressure on the nerves. And it's called stenosis. And so I have that. And 2 years ago, right before I had my gastric bypass surgery, my back just totally blew out. One of those bulging discs herniated, it ruptured. It was not fun, guys. Oh God, it was not fun. I think I'm gonna put this one right here. And so basically, let me do it like this so I can be sure of where I'm putting this. Let's see. Yeah, I'll just put it this direction. And so I had surgery to have it cleaned up because guys couldn't walk. It literally put me in a wheelchair. It stunned my spinal cord when it's kind of burst. It put an immense amount of pressure on that, and it was like done. So I had back surgery. He went in and he cleaned it up. And he told me, he said, you've got stenosis, you got a lot going on back there, more bulging discs, but we can get beyond that or whatever, hopefully, but keep in mind that with the issues you have, you could have future problems. Well, guys, it wasn't 2 weeks later. I was moving, and my dumb butt And yes, I'm saying it very carefully because I'm not even monetized yet, guys. You gotta have 1,000 subscribers, but I'm just trying to get in the habit of not saying ugly things. So, you know, basically what it boils down to is let me see. Let's go ahead and do school day off and the first day of school and those kinds of things. Well, actually, I'm not going to bother with the first day of school. My kid's in college. I'm not going to worry about that. But I do want to put down a pretty label and payday. And that'll be this day. I get paid once a month. So I'm going to use that. So I re-ruptured it, and all this, you know, I went back to the doctor because of the pain going down my legs and everything going numb, you know, and he was like, it's ruptured again. You know, what little bit I left in there is now gone, you know. And I was like, oh, lovely. Just lovely. So he told me that I needed this major surgery, that it was going to take a really long time to recover. I wasn't about that life. And what it boils down to is now, you know, I have this really bad back and I get regular pain blocks. Well, I've always gotten pain blocks at my doctor back in Birmingham, where I'm from. I'm going to put this down because I do have an appointment. And I know it's not a traditional, like an appointment box like this right here, but I just like the color and I want to use it since I didn't use it in my sidebar. He wanted me to go ahead and have this major surgery. It's a 6-month recovery. You come home on a walker. You're that way for 3 months. I mean, guys, I couldn't. And so I've chosen to just kind of be in pain. I mean, that's just really what it boils down to. I have chosen to be in pain. And it's hard, you know, but I'm going to put that a little bit to the side so I can write the time right there, but that's really, really cute. Let me see, is there anything else on here that I need to remember? Okay, this is going to be a day off here, so I'm just going to go ahead and put that down. I'm just going to kind of put it right here since everything will be closed for Labor Day. I'm just going to put day off right there. And then, let's see, first day of school, school shopping. None of this applies. Okay, the rest of these, as of right now, whether I've got more appointments, I think I've got one on the 25th. I'm not positive. I'll have to look it up when I get through planning, but yeah. Anyway, long story short, what it boils down to is that I need the surgery, but I had this pain block Thursday. Never had a pain block that hurt so much. I mean, never. They did what's called a caudal block, and so they go in through your tailbone, and that's where all the nerve endings come down and meet, so it's an extra sensitive area. And that's yet another reason why it is so painful and takes so long to heal if you fall and break your tailbone, and some of you may know that. I'm going to start going in and laying down some things for bill dues, and I'll come back with icons as I can. But yeah, I mean, you know, it's just it's a very painful one. Oh, I want to move that over just a little bit. But it was a very painful block, and they're not normally painful. I was in the bed all weekend. He told me to be a couch potato, and so that's what I've been doing. But honestly, that's the only thing I feel like doing anyway. I don't know why this won't lay down. And so, you know, I was sore all over. I felt like I had done something where all my muscles were sore, and I couldn't figure out, you know, like, why in the world am I in such pain? Okay, let's see here. Most of these bill dues are going to be all on one side here. But anyway, I have semi-recovered, but the bad thing about a pain block is that, guys, you don't have any guarantee that it'll work. And guess what? It has not worked. I was numb just a little bit. I couldn't sit on my bottom. I had to lay around on my side, you know, that sort of stuff. Let's see. I've got to do one on the 15th, and I've got to do one on the 17th, 18th, and 19th. So 17th, 18th, and okay, well, let me go ahead. I'll just repeat this pattern and put the other pink on the other side. So it hasn't worked. Now that the trauma of the procedure is over, and yes, it is one of those things where you are put to sleep and all that. So I recovered from the anesthesia, I recovered from the surgery itself, being sore from the injection. I mean, this was an injection that left like a hole. And I mean, it left a hole. I was bleeding. That's never happened before. I've never had anybody use a needle large enough to do that there was an issue at all. And this literally left a hole. And, I mean, you know, I wondered why. They kept telling me, you know, worry about infection. But it's because they literally, you know, they went into my spinal cord, but they went into it and left a hole. And I was just like, oh my God, you know, I can't believe this. And so, anyway, I'm recovered. I've healed up, no more hole in my, you know, back side, that sort of thing. And, you know, I was just like, wow, you know, this is like unreal. Okay, and then I'm going to put the bill due right here. I mean, as long as I pay it, it's actually due this day, but I need it to go in on this day. So I'll just put it here since I chose to put that there. So yeah, I mean, you know, all healed up, wound is healed and everything, but I've gone through all that and gotten no pain relief, and that just really, really sucks. Okay, let me see. Where do I need to put the rest? Okay, the other things are like middle of the month things that I need to put down. So they're all going to be, okay, this one I can call in anytime. So instead of putting it on the same day, let's go ahead and put it here and stack it. And then these others, because one is that can go for my rent, and then the others are either Netflix or 2 credit cards. So let's go ahead and go in with these really cutesy things, because that way I'm using them all the same. I don't like putting the same colors side by side, but it'll still work. I can only have one of these particular injections once every 3 months, and I was really looking forward to the injection and getting some pain relief, and now, you know, that's kind of been a waste, and a waste of time and recovery and that sort of thing. But hopefully I will, you know, get something done again soon. I'm not going to take any narcotics, so, you know, I know this looks like a lot stacked, but it's just because the way that the days of the week fall here, all of the middle of the month is all on one page. So it's like really crazy looking here. Let's see. Yeah, that is pretty packed, but that's okay. I mean, you know, it'll be okay, and I'll be able to figure it out here. Okay, so let me go ahead, go away from camera. I'm not going to talk about the pain block anymore because it didn't work, and now I'm just going to have to like deal with it. But you guys that have a bad back, I know you know what I'm talking about, and so I just want to just kind of share my experience. If you have a choice when you're having a pain block to have just a regular spinal versus a caudal block, the spinals have always worked for me, no problems. This caudal block was way more painful, way more recovery time, an actual injury to me, and it didn't work. So keep that in mind. Let's move on. I'm gonna put my date dots on, and I'll be right back. Now that I have my date dots on, I think it's looking really beautiful. I mean, it's just so pretty. I love it, love it, love it. As Viv likes to say, there's the wiggle and there's the twerk. That's what she says. She cracks me up when she does that. I laugh just about every time. But yeah, so this is what I have so far. Now I'm ready to kind of go in with some of my icons, and that may be about all that I have left. Of course, I like to keep these in my pocket so that I can, you know, go through and use those as the time goes on. I do have one more thing I want to mark. I'm trying to decide how I want to mark it though. I think I'm going to use another one of these just because it's really pretty. Just a a special occasion that I'm going to mark. No big deal, but something that I want to mark. So I'm going to use one of the bows. I'll just use this one. I love how the background is with these stickers, but that way, you know, every time you use a bow, it has a different pattern on it. I really like that. And then I'm going to use this little heart as a reminder. Just going to put it right there. And that will be that. Now let's go in with some of these. I definitely want to put in my trash cans because Thursday is trash day. So there's that. I definitely want to mark. So I really hope I wasn't just rambling too much and that I was making sense when I was trying to explain about my back and my pain block. I've just been trying to, when I do film and put things up for you guys, I'm trying really hard to let you get to know me just a little bit more. I don't want it to all just be, okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, because you guys know what I'm doing or you wouldn't be watching my videos. I mean, you know what I'm saying. I hope you do anyway. Okay, so I have these things. Let's go ahead and go in and see where I need to put what. Okay, for this one here, both of these that are insurance, I guess you could say. So this one is health insurance. I'm just going to kind of put that like that right there. And then I put my car insurance was, what day did I put? This day. No. This day. Yes, that day. I like to put the little briefcase for my health insurance and the little car for my car insurance. And I do that because, let me see, which day did I want to put this on? I think, yeah, I'm going to put it on this day. But, I mean, it really doesn't matter. All of these are going to be, you know, all pretty much the same at the same time. Okay, so then I have my rent. Yeah, I just, you know, I'm trying to, like, let you guys get to know me more. I'm hoping that if I'm a little more personable and share a little bit more about my life and everything, that you guys will actually feel, you know, like, hey, I know her and I can identify with her. She's a normal person, because I am. I'm just a normal everyday girl, guys. Okay, now next let's go in. The ones that I have that were credit cards, I was going to use. Okay, so this one is a credit card. Those two are credit cards. And then I have Netflix. And you know what I've decided to use for Netflix? I'm going to use this little popcorn. I mean, that's just adorable, and it's like watching movies. So I'm going to put it, it comes out, it's an auto draft. So I'm just going to put it right there. That sort of thing. Now, let's see, do I have anything else that I can mark with an actual icon? I don't think that I do. The others, it's not really an, yeah, see, I've got cell phone, and I've got, okay, this one I can mark with another house. This is going to be storage. That's rent, and this is my storage payment, because I still have everything in a storage building up in Birmingham, for God's sakes. But, yeah, you know, at least I know it's safe, and one day when I have to get back out on my own again, when if something were to happen, and when something were to happen to my parents and I'm no longer needed here, then, I mean, you know, I'll have all that stuff stored, and I'll be ready to set up a house, I guess. Yeah, the others, I mean, like, there's nothing I can use for a cell phone, really. I mean, I guess I could use the card here because it does, you know, it comes off my debit card, but I'm not going to bother with that. Also, I can't think of any birthdays this month that I need to mark. I do have some bows left. I like to go back in as the month goes along and add some things. I'm not sure if I'm going to be going out of town any of these weekends, but if I do, then I'll obviously I'll mark those with the arrows and the strips here that she provides. So I have this left over, which is pretty decent. And then I have this left over, and I have this, and what's left of this. So yeah, I actually have plenty left over to continue through the month with, and I really like it. I think it's a gorgeous kit. Florals are my jam, and I love this wood grain pattern in the background. It just speaks fall, and I can't believe that we're almost to fall. I mean, it's just like autumn begins the 23rd of this month, and it's already the 4th, and everybody's already talking about pumpkin spice and all of those things. It's just, it's crazy that this year is flying by so much, but I have really enjoyed this full year of time down here in my new home near the coast. It has just been awesome. We're not having to worry about the hurricane situation, Hurricane Dorian. That's on the East Coast. I'm in the Gulf, so, and I'm far enough over that, you know, I doubt we'll even get any cloudy skies, but so I'm safe. You can mark me safe. I'm sorry if you've heard Izzy. She's laying here snoring, and I've had a fan going because it's really, really hot in here. But regardless, I hope you enjoyed planning with me for the month. I think it turned out really pretty. I think it's just so fall and so autumn. Love these colors together. She always does an excellent job with her monthly kits. So that's going to be it. If you guys did enjoy being here, listening to me, or ramble on as I put stickers down, be sure to give me a thumbs up because that is so helpful. And definitely subscribe on your way out if you would. And be sure and check out my beauty channel. It's always going to be listed in my info bar down below. Just click on that, go and subscribe. From what I understand, there's some problems with notifications. I have notifications set on the channels that I am subscribed to because for some reason I miss uploads if I don't have that. So if you don't want to miss any of those, you'll have to hit that bell too because I have to do it. So yeah, well, that's going to be it, guys. I love you. I hope you have a wonderful, here's my fall pen, birch bark. Yeah, but I hope you have a wonderful month. I love you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.